One thing that I did notice in analyzing is like amongst all of the crew, it seems like you have a deep love for Emory. When I see, not I don't want to say love because that might, but like a deep respect. Because I saw an interview where you said he reminded you of you, and that's a lot. That's a big claim to give somebody because obviously you have to respect yourself enough to think that somebody else reminds you of
Yeah, he
you.
was young and he was hustle. He used to get his shit on, and a lot of people respected him. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't like no big time whatever, but you know what I'm saying. He just a lot of people used to fuck with him and shit. He was a cool guy,
You
and his
yeah.
hustle game was serious. You know, it's it's very disappointing, and heartbreaking to me that me and him didn't have a conversation. If anything, I would have ever thought, you know what I'm saying, that me and him would have had a conversation. I'm gonna say it again, right? If anything I ever thought, because the time when I ran into Emory face to face, he looked me right in my face, did the same shit Jay did now. Looked me right in my face, was like, look, man, we gotta talk. Give me I'll get your number and we get up and I'll talk to you. He did the same shit and I never heard from him again.
Mm. So you had reached out after he gave you the number, and he just ghosted or something like that.
Ghosted. And then the next thing I see him on, interviews, kind of like curving my whole, saying statements like he ain't know nobody in New York but Jay and shit. Like it just was all weird and shit to me and shit. And that hurt it more for him, not for like I said, for me not to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
And just trying to get to the bottom of things of aside from me and Jay.
He has a. I don't know if it's real. I mean, I just see the interviews. He seems to have a good energy about him. Like he seems like optimistic and all this other stuff.
Who,
He
Emery?
yeah. He always like
Nah, I mean, Emery a real cool guy. He a real cool guy. And that's where he fit in at.
yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? And he was around at the right time.
yeah. Like he came back right when like I guess maybe sometimes this is not good to say, but like I've had people in my life that when they go to jail, they actually do better because they're away from the influences that could really take them to bad spots.
Mm-hmm.
They put on weight. They eating right. They not eating Twinkies. They not eating Oreos.
Right.
One thing about Emory is I always thought like, man, Jay really put him on. Like he has the Puma situation. Like he's making sneakers. The plane situation, which is like Rockaware, the new Rockaware, whatever. And he's making mixtapes with DJ Clue. Do you ever think like, man, that's kind of where I should be at?
Nah, hell no.
Mm.
Hell no. When I think about the situation where I be at, oh man. The difference between me and them, right? That I wouldn't I would have made a more name for myself. You get what I'm saying? Like the Puma situation and all of that, that's Emery. The plane situation, that's what he if that's what he wanted to do, that's what make him happy, that's fine. Me, myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be too far from Jay. You understand what I'm saying? With my own situation going on. Like, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but if Jay got a 1% Barclays, then I got the Haven chicken inside the Barclays. You feel me? If Jay got this, the Haven got this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to eat. I'm going to be right behind them on some real shit. Like my like a different status. Like not just cause Jay my man and they gave me a job. Nah, I'm not doing that. So it's a difference between how people move around you.